The Human Edge, Episode 005, Why Smart People Stay Quiet, and Why It's a Superpower. Many people believe that the loudest person in the room is the smartest. But history tells a different story. Some of the world's greatest thinkers were surprisingly quiet. Not because they had nothing to say, but because they understood something most people never learn. Sometimes, silence is a form of intelligence.
Imagine walking into a meeting. One person dominates the conversation. They answer every question, interrupt every discussion, always have an opinion. Across the table, another person barely speaks. They simply observe, listen, take notes. And when they finally decide to speak, the entire room becomes silent. Why? What makes a few carefully chosen words more powerful than hundreds of unnecessary ones? Today, we're exploring the psychology of silence and why speaking less can become one of your greatest strengths.
Chapter 1. The Loudness Illusion. Key message: society often mistakes confidence for competence. Being loud doesn't automatically mean being knowledgeable. Explain how people naturally associate visibility with authority, but those impressions can be misleading. Chapter 2. Smart People Observe First. Topics: pattern recognition, active listening, curiosity before certainty. Quote: wise people collect information before they form conclusions. Story example: two new employees join the same company. One immediately shares opinions. The other spends the first weeks understanding the culture, the people, and the problems. Months later, whose ideas are more likely to create lasting impact? Chapter 3. Silence Creates Value. Explain. When words become scarce, they become valuable. Example: think of the colleague who rarely speaks, but every suggestion is practical and well thought out. Contrast this with someone who fills every silence without adding new insight. Chapter 4. Thinking Before Speaking. Discuss reflective thinking, emotional regulation, avoiding impulsive reactions. Key line: intelligent communication begins long before the first word. Chapter 5. Quiet doesn't mean weak. Challenge the misconception that quiet people lack confidence. Differentiate fear-based silence, intentional silence. Explain that choosing not to interrupt, waiting before responding, or asking thoughtful questions can demonstrate confidence rather than insecurity. Chapter 6. Speak so people remember. 5 habits. 1. Listen first. 2. Ask better questions. 3. Speak with purpose. 4. Pause before responding. 5. Say less, mean more. Quote: the goal isn't to speak less. The goal is to make every word count. The strongest presence in the room doesn't always belong to the loudest voice. It often belongs to the person who listens carefully, thinks deeply, and speaks with intention. Silence isn't empty. Sometimes it's where wisdom is formed. If this episode changed the way you think about communication, subscribe to The Human Edge. Next time, we'll uncover why people judge confidence so quickly and how to build genuine executive presence without pretending to be someone you're not. Build the skills that set you apart.